when he takes over this Giants offense here, we're going to find out pretty quickly what they're about. We're going to find out pretty quickly how much Nagy's imprints are on this offense. And I'm really excited to see it. I really am. I got to be honest. I would have been just as excited if it was Cliff Kingsbury. But I know that there's a lot of Giants fans out there today that are saying, wow, look what Cliff Kingsbury did with Jaden Daniels last year, and we choose Matt Nagy over Cliff Kingsbury, a guy that basically took the Commanders to the NFC title game. Think about how everything went right for Washington last year. All the one score wins they had, all the 2-point
May occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Hey y'all, love is about to get real complicated. On February 4th, Prime Video is bringing the heat with Relationship Goals, a new romantic comedy that's got star power, heart, and sizzling chemistry between Kelly Rowland and Cliff Method Man Smith. Kelly plays Leah, a TV producer about to shatter the glass ceiling until her ex, played by Method Man, competes for the same job, claiming he's a changed man. Leah stays focused on her career until their undeniable chemistry challenges her priorities. Stream Relationship Goals only on Prime Video.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature-Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
It's high school basketball on OKC CBS Sports Radio 105.3. Sponsored by Big O's Pork and Dreams, Metro Technology Centers, Super Prep, and SSM Health at St. Anthony's.
Welcome to some Tuesday night high school basketball on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 KIMP. Tonight's broadcast sponsored by SSM Health, First Security Bank, Love's Student of the Month, Oklahoma City Community College, and Super Prep. We've got a special matchup for you tonight. Two really good teams from the Oklahoma City Metroplex battling it out. Two different classes, but both are expected to be in the state tournament. At least they're talented enough. I mean, getting there is a whole different concept. It's a journey. It's a gauntlet, and tonight is part of it. We're broadcasting the Claseen SAS Comets taking on the Douglas Trojans tonight on this Tuesday night matchup. Very excited to bring you this game. I am your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick. To my right is basketball analyst Dylan Tribble. Dylan, how are you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, my friend. Always a pleasure to be back on the mic right beside you. And we got a doozy of a game tonight. It's a battle of the east side of Oklahoma City. We're here at Douglas High School, but Claseen SAS is just right up the street. And this is going to be a heated matchup. High-level basketball between two well-coached teams, so it's going to be fireworks. Get your popcorn ready, lock in, and enjoy the show.
Yeah, and we shout out to everybody watching live on PPBC TV and listening live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. Some interesting dynamics. First off, Kendall Cudjoe, head coach of the Comets, former Douglas Trojan alum, also a former Douglas Trojan basketball coach that has won a state tournament, state championship here before, has since taken over Claseen SAS. They're 16-2. They haven't lost since December 19th. They're on a 10-game winning streak right now. We'll hear from Coach Kendall Cudjoe. We'll also hear from Coach Stephen Alexander, who is the current head coach of the Douglas Trojans. He has also won multiple state championships and is trying to guide his team through this gauntlet of a season. It's been up and down. Their record is 11-6, still highly ranked at Class 4A, and everything is right in front of them. Following a loss to Millwood on Saturday, they're looking to get back out on the court. This Douglas Trojan team is excited to get back and compete again tonight. That's how they've been taught. That's how they've been coached. And Coach Stephen Alexander wouldn't have it any other way. In fact, I caught up with Coach Stephen Alexander just a little bit ago, talked to him about this team, and at this point of the season, here's my conversation. All right, I'm here with head coach of the Douglas Trojans, Stephen Alexander. Coach, give me an update on your team. It's been a kind of a long feeling season. You've had some big wins, you've had some tough losses, but I tell you what, you're still standing. Your guys are still fighting. I'm impressed with the effort level. It's obviously the talent level, and it's kind of back in the lab again tonight against a very talented Claseen SAS basketball team. Give me an assessment of just kind of how you're viewing your team right now at this point of the season.
Well, it's always been, as I've preached all year, about us trying to get to the pinnacle of playing our best basketball when the playoffs start. And sometimes a good butt kicking or get you in line, and it'll get you some motivation behind you. And I think that's what it done for us. I mean, Millwood, I credit all to them, as I was speaking to you about before. They're a very good basketball team, very well-coached team, got a lot of talent. So it was good for us to have that kind of matchup. Didn't go the way we wanted it to. But you learn a lot. You learn a lot about your team. You learn a lot about what you need to do as a coach. And for me, I just want to play our best basketball in March. So moving forward against the team, Claseen SAS, who has so many pieces. They have a lot of good shooters, and they take care of the basketball pretty well, and they put a lot of ball pressure on you. So it's a big challenge again tonight for us, and hopefully from what we taken from last Saturday, that we can be better tonight.
Yeah, what are some of the main differences or some of the takeaways that you feel like your team is trying to adapt, learn from, and apply in tonight's game?
Yeah, well, Millwood did a great job of ball pressure on us, kind of took us out of some of our offenses. And moving forward, we're just trying to be better at being tough enough to run our stuff, even when you're getting ball pressure. And in Class 4A, you get a little bit of that, but more or less that game and this game in particular, we know we're going to deal with that. So Claseen is a good team. This is another East Side rivalry. And we're looking to be better at those aspects, being stronger and tougher with the basketball. We always talk about the tougher team that wins. And I think that that Millwood out-toughed us, and I think that, moving forward, we can't allow that to happen. And there's a certain way of being tough without fouling. We've tried to find a median in that. And so that's where we're at with it.
Now, Kendall Cudjoe is head coach at Claseen SAS, and, come from the Cudjoe family, kind of like the Alexander family. It's just the state is filled with families with deep ties to basketball in this state. What's your opinion of what they're doing over there and what Coach Cudjoe is doing?
And Coach Kendall Cudjoe in particular, since I've started coaching, has always been very positive with me. He was a former Douglas coach, and he brought me in very well and told me a lot of things to expect. And he's always really presentable and personable to me. And not only that, he's a hell of a coach. He's been doing it for a long time. I have a lot of respect for him and his family. So for me, I know the coaching challenge is there. I'm looking forward to stepping up to the challenge. The players' challenge is there, and we always talk about winning your matchup. So we just want to make sure everybody wins their matchup tonight.
Now, you talked about foul trouble in the last game. That's something, obviously, you want to see your team prove on early in this game. What are some other ways that you'd like to see this Douglas Trojan team start tonight?
Just doing a better job of rebounding. I think Millwood was plus 12 on us as far as the rebounds, plus 7 on offensive. So when a team is, they're getting more than one shot on a consistent basis, and you guys work so hard, we work very hard to get stops on defense. It kind of takes the air out of you a little bit. So moving forward, we want to make sure that we're only giving them one shot, taking care of the basketball on a consistent basis, making sure that when the ball goes up that we're blocking out, and then that'll give us a lot more room to be who we want to be as far as pushing the ball and being able to get out on the break without having to take the ball at the net.
Now, we're already into February, and it's just, you can kind of feel the energy, the sense of urgency rising a little bit. Your team's been playing basketball since early October. I don't want you to go into specifics, but how healthy is your team right now? Mm-hmm. And is there some players on the team that you really feel have made some strides from early to this point in the season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we continue to see the big fella get better and better. Chris, I think that the best is still yet to be seen from him. But even Trevor Snell, Marty House has been very consistent, as we know, but Trevor Snell is consistently, I feel like game to game, getting better, more and more confident and knowing what I want from a point guard. But defensively, man, I mean, I've challenged, some of the guys that have been in foul trouble that have kind of held them back a little bit. Mel and Zio have to do a better job of figuring out ways to stay out of foul trouble. And I think those things right there are things that they can get better at. But, yeah, man, I think that we're in a good place. Zay Bates is starting to pick it up a little bit, Isaac Dorsey. So you got to have more than 5 guys on the floor to be successful.
Well, we're excited to broadcast the game tonight, and I think it's going to be a good one. Good luck to you, Coach Steven Alexander, head coach of the Douglas Trojans. We'll talk soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, yeah, you heard it from Coach Alexander, just his thought process, just his understanding of his team right now. Any response to that?
Well, he's locked in. He knows it's getting closer and closer to March. So he's stacking days, he's stacking practices, he's stacking game experience, and every single game is a step in the direction that they want to ultimately get to, and that's lifting up that gold ball in Class 4A come mid-March. So you can feel the sense of urgency and how locked in he is in that interview. That's what I expect from Coach Alexander. That's what he does consistently every year.
Right, and it's hard to learn new things if you never fail. And so they've had their bumps in the road. They're learning from them.
Right.
They're iron sharpening iron. There's no question about it. I think this game's going to be really interesting. I caught up with Jamel Morris, who's had an outstanding year for the Douglas Trojans. Here's our conversation. All right, I'm here with Douglas Trojans senior Jamel Morris. Jamel, big night against Claseen SAS. Talk about just what this past week has been like. It's really been an up and down season. You guys have gone through the grinder, and you're still standing, you're still competing. Talk about just kind of the mentality going into this game tonight.
The mentality going up into this game tonight is really just to lock in on defense, box out, and just play hard for 30 minutes straight.
Talk about your game as an individual player, but also as a leader, because you're somebody that your teammates really depend on. You've really stepped into that role this year with this team. Do you feel like the chemistry has really strengthened the bond between you and the teammates, and just talk about your improvement and just your development throughout this year?
Yeah, from the summer to now, we didn't gel like crazy. So we still are gelling, really. We just gonna just keep on working together, keep on playing together, so we can be ready for playoffs and state.
What are some of the keys to the game tonight? Some things that you want to do better as a team tonight?
Tonight, we really want to just get better at boxing out, playing defense, and pushing the ball.
Who else should we be looking at teammate-wise tonight? Because there's going to be a lot of people tuning into the broadcast, and I'm interested to get your point of view on some of your teammates' development as well.
Today, I feel like we should look for Mighty Howe. I feel like he's gonna have him or Zio, or King Hall. He's gonna have a breakout one tonight.
Yeah, it's really a team effort. I think that's a testament to this Douglas team. Is it could be anybody, just depending on the flow of the game.
Anybody.
Yeah. Well, we're excited. I wanted to pick your brain about that. Any other final thoughts? Just how excited are you against playing a very talented Class 5A2 basketball team tonight?
Very excited. Just really trying to go out here, just show people that we're a top team and then we can compete against anybody in the city.
Jamel Morris, Douglas Trojans, thank you very much. Yeah, we're really impressed with Jamel Morris. He's this year with this Douglas Trojans. He's really talented. He's going to continue his basketball career at some capacity at the collegiate level. Also talked with the visiting head coach, who's somebody that's pretty familiar around there. His dad's name is on the court. Coach Kendall Cudjoe, head coach of the Claseen SAS Comets, caught up with him as well. All right, I'm here with Claseen SAS head basketball coach, Kendall Cudjoe. Coach, you got a big game tonight, but first I want to ask about your team. You guys are just having a heck of a season. You're at the top of the district in Class 5A. only 2 losses all season long. A lot of people have taken notice of your team's accomplishments. What's this season been like for you?
It's been great. We've been working hard. We got a couple of new pieces that we had to get in and get acclimated. I think we finally have come together. We're playing together a lot better. Playing a rugged schedule. I mean, some of our tournament games have been, real big games. A couple of 6A teams sprinkled in there and everything, but we're having a pretty good year. We're playing hard. We want to peak at the right time. Regionals are right around the corner, so we're going to try to keep continuing to play hard. Tonight is, it gives us a break from a non-district game, but it's still a big game.
Yeah, talk to me about some of your standout players. There's several players. Gunn, I think, is a talented player. Montauk. Who are some of the players that's really impressed you and that you've enjoyed coaching this season?
Okay, my junior class, Evan Gunn is my only senior. So I've had Evan for 4 years now, and he's really showing a lot of leadership. He kind of knows the system. Then Josiah Morales, who is a junior, he's been here now for 3 years, 2-year starter, real good shooter, pretty good defender. Then I've got my 2 transfers that came in. Pearson Van Landingham, a 6'7" kid who's been a force inside, and he can step out and play outside also. And Dalen Williamson, who just plays with a lot of energy. If he gets hot, he can reel off a bunch of points on you, in a row. And then I'm proud of my bench players too. They come in and give those guys a blow, and then not only that, they know the system, and they can be, everybody's playing hard. I don't suit up at 10 on my varsity, and I was thinking about adding a few more, but I think I'm just gonna ride it out with what we started with 10 for right now.
Well, you're creating such a great environment, a winning culture, and I think your teammates. You gracefully, Coach, but
appreciate it.
I tell you, just to get those guys to play together and be able to do what you do this season, I think is impressive. It's taken notice. Tonight's such an interesting game considering your history. You used to be a Douglas head coach. You won a state championship. Now you're kind of on the other side as a visitor. What's that like from your perspective?
Well, it's always special to come back over here and play. My father spent all those years here. He built the program back in the 50s, 60s and 70s. He laid the foundation. And, I played here. My brother Kyle played here.
And the court is named after.
Yeah, the court's named after my father. Yeah, Lawrence Cudjoe, yes. And so it's always special to come back, winning 3 state championships here. And then winning a state championship in football as a player here in the 70s. So whenever a coach gets to go back to his alma mater and coach, and then have a chance to go back and coach against his former team, it's kind of special.
Yeah, that is a cool the journey, your family history, your ties to sports in the state of Oklahoma needs to be commended. I think it's awesome. What do you want to see from your team tonight? This on paper to me, Coach, looks like it's going to be a really good game.
I just want to see them fight, compete hard. This is one of the toughest atmospheres over here in the state to play in. I remember that. So to come in here and compete and play like we've been playing, and if we play like we've been playing, we'll have a shot at the end. Douglas has a real good team. They're loaded. They play with a lot of tradition and a lot of heart. So that in itself it's going to make it a pretty good game.
Well, we're excited to broadcast it, and the stands are starting to fill up. So,
Okay.
good luck to your team.
All right.
Tonight, Kendall Cudjoe, head coach, the Claseen SAS Comets. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Loved that. Listen, I loved that. I can't believe I didn't really, or I'd forgotten about that, or I just was uneducated on kind of the history of Kendall Cudjoe as a head coach, as a player, as his lineage, and knowing the history. And golly, it's just incredible when you see different types of people going through different journeys and then coming back, and it's just wild. And then to see two basketball teams that have those kind of ties competing against each other tonight. They're in different classes. Heck, they could both be state champions by the end of this season. It could happen. But to know the history and now to see them match up tonight, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. I mean, what a full circle moment for Coach Cudjoe to come back home to where he played, where he coached, won state titles as an actual athlete and a player, and then won as a coach, and now he's a head coach on the other side. So, I mean, I just can't imagine the thoughts and emotions that are going through his head right now while he's just sitting in the gym that he was probably in as a kid, watching his dad coach as a player. This is what a special time for Coach Cudjoe, and I hope that he's just taking it all in, and no matter what happens, I hope he just embraces the moment, and I'm sure that he will.
Yeah, well, I think he'll embrace it a little bit better if he wins.
No doubt, yeah. Winning always feels better.
Right? That's the ultimate goal here today. Both teams are wanting a victory. Douglas is ready to get back out on this court and compete.
Oh, yeah.
I could feel the sense of urgency talking to the players. One matchup I really want to put a spotlight on tonight is the Pearson Van Lanningham junior center / forward. Stretch forward, stretch center, has a lot of agility. Obviously, Chris Harris Jr. is somebody that, Coach Alexander's really trying to throw in the fire and say, hey, we need you this time of year. In February and March, you need some of those guys. You need a player like Chris Harris to step up and be a force.
Yeah, you do. He's not an underclassman anymore. He's a junior. It's time to step up to the plate, step up to the moment, and take the bull by the horns and be coached. When Coach Alexander counts on you, your number's called, you got to do whatever you can to get out there and make a positive impact on your team.
Yeah. We're going to get to starting lineups here momentarily, but again, we are streaming live on PPBC TV, OKC Sports Radio 105.3 on your airwaves. This is going to be a fun night. 11-6 Douglas Trojans taking on the 16-2 Claseen SAS Comets. We're going to get the Claseen SAS starters here in a minute, followed by the Douglas Trojans, and get this thing going underway. Our title sponsors for tonight's big-time Tuesday night basketball broadcast, SSM Health, First Security Bank, Love Student of the Month, Oklahoma City Community College, and Super Prep. Also sponsoring our broadcast, Covington Heat and Air, and Just Burgers. All right, we're going to get the national anthem sung here momentarily, and we'll get right back to starting lineups. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere. And we are back getting ready for tip-off tonight between the Claseen SAS Comets and the Douglas Trojans. Both reside in the heart of Oklahoma City. I am your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick. To my right is basketball analyst Dylan Tribble. Again, our sponsors for this broadcast, SSM Health, First Security Bank, Love Student of the Month, Oklahoma City Community College, and Super Prep. We appreciate their support for Oklahoma City Public School athletics. We could not be here without the help of those sponsors, so I encourage the public to show them some love, give them some business. Again, Covington Heat and Air, Just Burgers, First Security Bank, Super Prep, Oklahoma City Community College, SSM Health. We love you. We appreciate you. We're just seconds away from getting this game underway between the 16-2 Claseen SAS Class 5A Comets basketball team and the Class 4A 11-6. Still ranked number 1 in Class 4A right now by the OSSA, the Douglas Trojans, who are hosting the game. Obviously, the home court is Lawrence Cudjoe Court. Lawrence Cudjoe Court, thank you very much. The father of Kendall Cudjoe, who is head coach of the Claseen SAS Comets. So interesting stuff. You want to go over the starting lineup, Dylan? Let me turn on your mic.
I'll start with the visiting team. Number 0, Amante Monteague. Number 1, Evan Gunn. Number 2, Josiah Morales. Number 20, Dalen Williamson. And number 21, Pearson Van Lanningham. For the Douglas Trojans, number 2, Trevor Snell. Number 3, Inkim House Jr. Number 5, Zio Pogba. Number 13, Jamel Morris. And number 43, Big Chris Harris Jr.
It's going to be an interesting game. They both have a little bit of different styles of play, but they both play their styles very, very well. Trust and believe. Chris Harris going to be right there in the middle, taking on Pearson Van Lanningham for the tip. And let's get this game going. You're live here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, streaming live on PPBC TV. Douglas wins the tip. It's Trevor Snell. They'll get the ball for the Trojans. Calls out the play, middle of the logo. Goes right, almost gets stolen, knocked out of bounds. Claseen SAS immediately gets defensive. Montauk tipped it out of bounds. It will be Trojan
number
basketball.
0, Montauk, try to get the steal.
Snell gets the ball back after the inbounds, the top of the key. Calling back out the play, steps back, trying to gauge the defense, goes left to Monty House on the wing. Monty gets double teamed, still fighting, drives towards the baseline, dishes to Mel. Jamel Morris backs it up, now drives, high post, spins, kicks it to Snell for 3. Rims it, no good, rebounded Claseen SAS. Rebounded number 20, Dalen Williamson. They'll start their first half-court set. Evan Gunn, right side to Van Lanningham. He drives, kicks it back to Gunn. Back to Van Lanningham. Drives, loses control, regains it, and Chris Harris blocks it from behind, goes out of bounds. It'll remain Comet basketball.
Yeah, great defense by Chris Harris to come from behind and get that clean block out of bounds. Stays with the Comets here.
They'll inbound it, get it back to Evan Gunn, the only senior on this team for the Claseen SAS Comets. He goes left on the wing to Montauk. Montauk gets it back on the wing. Jamel Morris is right there in front of him, goes high post. Really good matchup that we talked about. Van Lanningham, hook shot, gets it to drop, shooter's roll. Comets up 2-0 on Douglas.
Tough hook shot over Big Chris by Van Lanningham. Great touch.
Trevor Snell of the Trojans gets past half court. Really battling Josiah Morales for some good defense. Tried to pass it to Jamel Morris, and again, Monte Montauk is interrupting the pass, knocks it out of bounds, so Douglas will inbound from the sideline. Goes into Monty House, gives it right back to Snell. Snell listens to Coach Alexander, goes left at the top of the key. Calling out the play, now goes further left, drives, needs help, finds Chris, Chris, is that a travel or what's the call here?
They're going to call a jump ball. Dalen Williamson comes in. It looked like it might have been blocked, but referee calls a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of Claseen SAS.
Douglas is going to press, and they get the steal. Monty House dishes to Zio Pogba. Now to Morris off the glass. It's tie ball game, 2-2.
Great pass, Zio to Jamel on the block for 2.
Now Comets get the ball back and run and easily get through the press that time. It finds an open shooter. They go up 2 on that possession.
Montauk just beat the defense down the court for a layup. 4-2's the score, Claseen SAS.
Here's Snell on the left side calling out the play. He's the communicator. Everyone listens. Now he passes up. Morales drives, layup, no good. Offensive board by Jamel Morris. Putback is no good. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's something that Jamel Morris makes a living on. He's the cleanup man for this Douglas team. Just crashes the glass all night long. He's there for the putback. Bucket is no good, but he is fouled.
I want to commend Trevor Snell on that specific drive. I mean, to get through to the rim the way he did. Didn't make the shot.
No doubt.
But Jamel Morris is just throughout this season has done a great job of kind of being that pickup man. Saying, hey, whatever you got left, I'll pick it up and put it back.
First free throw's good. Here comes the second for Jamel Morris. No good.
This is the second one. It's 4-3. Comets, they pull off a three-point shot by Morales. They quickly got the ball down the court, and he turned around and shot it. Up 7-3. Here's Snell. Douglas with the basketball. High post to Morris. Morris bullying his way. They double team him, get a steal. Josiah Morris, alley-oop, no good. Monty House got his hand in the middle to stop the alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, Josiah Morales hits the 3 the last time down, and this time he tried that Douglas defense through the alley-oop. It's going to be a foul on Douglas is what it's looking like. Dalen Williamson, the junior, is at the charity stripe for the Comets.
Trying to increase their lead. He'll have 2 shot attempts. Makes the first one. Comets are up 8-3 on Douglas. 5 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Ton of basketball. Williamson will have his shot again. Gets the shooter's roll, 9-3. Douglas with the basketball down 6, 5 minutes, 10 seconds. Goes left to Mahdi. Gets crossed half court, gets trapped. Jamel to Snell. Backs up on the wing, goes left to Monty House, top of the key again. Now he goes left, drives, moves. There's a foul on the floor, I believe.
I'm interested to see if they're going to give him continuation because he was driving for that layup attempt. And they are going to give Monty House 2 free throws, as they should.
Yeah, I mean, he was obviously going to the cup.
It's one way to stop a run by Claseen SAS is get to the free throw line if you're Douglas. Here's Monty House, first free throw attempt. It's good.
Got that one to go. 5-point difference now. Quick substitution. Xavion Bates coming in for Trevor Snell. Kingston Hall coming in for Chris Harris Jr. A lot of speed on the floor right now for Douglas. I think they're trying to match the tempo that the Comets have kind of set here.
Mahdi no good on the second free throw.
Oh, and almost stolen. Almost stolen, but they trapped it. Jamel Morris did a great job, and now it goes out of bounds. It'll be Douglas basketball.
That's Xavion Bates making an impact on defense right off the bench.
Utilizing
much needed
his
turnover.
speed.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. One of the fastest players on the court. He's going to be running the point guard as well.
Also, if they find Kingston Hall open on the wing, he will knock it down. They go, well, I thought they were going to go to Morris. They're just moving along the perimeter on the left side. Now top of the key, Bates goes left, stops on the wing, goes right to Mahdi. Mahdi slides but penetrates, spins, needs help, triple team, jump ball. I think that's going to be possession
It should stay
arrow.
with Douglas. Yes,
Trojans.
because Claseen SAS did get the last jump ball, so it will stay with Douglas underneath their own goal. Got to get a good inbound play here. Xavion Bates to throw it in. He's trying to find somebody. He throws it deep to Kingston Hall. Top of the key. Kingston dribbles to his left, gets it to Xavion. Xavion drives to the right.
Look at the ball handling skills. Goes left to Hall. Now in the corner to Morris, who drives baseline off the glass, no good. That's a shot he normally makes. Claseen SAS comes up with the rebound. They've got a 5-point lead in the basketball. Josiah Morales drives, but then kicks it back out to Van Lanningham. Euro step, kicks it in the corner. 3-point shot, good.
That's
wow.
Dalen Williamson from the corner. So the Comets are starting out hot from three-point land.
Well, they're showing you why they're 17-2 going into this game. They communicate well, pass ball well. Here's Hall for three. Can't get the shooter's roll, but what a rebound by Zio. And there's a foul on the floor.
Yep, Zio got the offensive board, but then he was fouled hard by one of the Claseen SAS players. There are three of them around him. It's a foul on the floor. So Xavier Bates to throw it in.
There he goes, inbounds to Monty House. Pulls up for three there. Got that one to go.
Much needed three from the top of the key by a big-time player, Monty House Jr. Money ball for the Trojans, and we got a timeout by Claseen SAS. 7-12 is your score. Claseen SAS is on top of Douglas with a lot of time in this first half of basketball.
Yeah, 5-point game right now, and this is kind of, I mean, to be honest, this is kind of what we anticipated. We've got two good teams that are battling it out right now. This is, I like to use the boxing metaphor where you've got two heavyweights kind of going at it.
Throwing blows.
Each participant is taking their lumps, but they're also dishing out some good offense too. So this is, if the way we know basketball is a game of runs, so we'll see who can get on a bigger run here lately, but this is still early in the game. And one thing that we talked with Coach Alexander about early on is he doesn't want to see his team get into foul trouble early. Right now, only one team fouled from Douglas, so they have been poised there. Three team fouls for the Comets. They've just got a 5-point lead here. So this is a good game so far. We appreciate you tuning in to PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio, 105.3. Douglas is going to press defense. Comet with the basketball. Josiah Morales, left side, trying to get past Monty House. Really good control. Gets it tipped, knocked out of bounds. Good defense by House.
Yeah, really quick hands right there by Monty House. Deflected out of bounds. It stays with Claseen SAS here.
They inbound it to Evan.
Yes, here.
They inbound it to Evan Gunn. Bates is the perfect player to stay on him. There's a lot of speed between those two. Van Lanningham on the right side to Montag. Montag hands off to Morales, who weaves in and out, goes left hand off the glass. It's good. What a play.
Yeah, what a tough take right in the middle of that defense of Douglas. The smaller Josiah Morales finishes with his left hand for two.
Here's Bates bringing it up the floor. Goes to Morris. Almost gets it stolen. Morris pulls up for the jump shot. No good. Rebounded Comets. Now they go to the left side. Lanningham on the right side. Euro step, puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded Kingston Hall. Douglas. Passes to Monty House. Loses control, but he regains it. Now goes right to Zio Pogba in the corner to Bates. Bates calls for a screen, gives it back to Monty for three. No good off the rim. Offensive board by Jamel Morris. They'll restart their half-court set again.
See if they can take advantage of this second opportunity here.
Bates with the ball, goes to Morris at high post, through the legs, left side, dribbles, double teams, needs help, kicks it to Monty. Now in the corner, Zio for three. Bang!
Great ball movement, and what a great find. Zio in the corner, money three ball again for the Trojans.
Beautiful ball movement, but also great pickup man by Jamel Morris again.
Yeah, no doubt. Gave him a second chance.
And there's a whistle on Douglas. Somebody committed a foul on the Claseen SAS Comets.
Yeah, it will be a foul on the floor. It's only Douglas's second foul of the game.
Chris Harris coming back in. Jamel Morris coming out. That's who the foul was called on. Comets will start their half-court set. They're on the right side. Number 20, Williamson driving. Layup somehow, or just underhanded shot it.
Yeah, he went with the finger roll attempt. He spun past Xavier Bates. Chris Harris was right there. A little bit of contact. So it's going to be Dalen Williamson at the charity stripe once again.
Yeah, 2 quick fouls on Douglas. That's not something that it's Coach Alexander's really liking right now, but 4-point difference. Can he increase it? No, he can't. Misses the first one. They'll have one more opportunity. Claseen SAS is up 14-10. A minute 45 left in the first quarter. High-level competition tonight here at Lawrence Cudjoe Court on the campus of Douglas High School. Makes the second one. Douglas gets the ball, and they're off down the court as quickly as possible. Down 15-10, down 5. Bates drives, kicks it on the outside to Motti. Now goes right side. Another, thought he was going to take a 3. It's a hop step. Now throws the other side. Bates for 3. High arch shot. Gets the shooter's roll.
Unselfish basketball by Zio to drive and find Xavion in the 3 from Moneyball.
Cuts it to 2. Comets with the basketball. Throws it up. Evan Gunn loses control. Loose ball. You're going to call a reaching foul, I believe, on Douglas. It might be Kingston Hall. But Chris Harris was in there to disrupt the shot.
Yeah, that was good defense by Chris Harris down there in the paint. Non-shooting foul, so Morales will throw it in.
Pogba's back out. Motti's going to take a breath. Trevor Snell's back in the game, and so is Morris. Deep three-point shot, no good, and I think that's last touched by
King Hall. Last touched it. He thought he got fouled. There was some contact. The referees don't call anything. So it stays with the Comets under their own goal. Williamson to throw it in.
They've got a 2-point lead in the basketball. Van Lanningham dishes to Morales, who goes back to Van Lanningham. Drives, jump shot, no good. Loose ball, goes out of bounds. It's going to remain Claseen SAS possession.
Yeah, they're going to call it out of bounds on Jamel Morris. Couldn't come away with the ball clean.
Inbounds it from the baseline to Jaden Pullen.
And it's going to be a travel on number 11, Jaden Pullen. He just entered the basketball game and commits a turnover right away.
Yeah, those little ticky-tack mistakes can add up against a team like this.
Yep, the jitters are a real thing, especially when you just enter the game.
All right, so Douglas will have the basketball. Kingston Hall from the sideline. Inbounds it to Snell, communicating with his players. Douglas with the ball down 2. Under 45 seconds left. They go to Morris. Now to Snell at the top of the key. Right there at the top, goes left to Pogba. Harris really wants the ball down there. They're kind of trying to milk this clock. They'd love to take the last shot, at least tie, possibly even take the lead if they hit a 3. Snell, great ball handling ability on the right side, goes to Hall. He's wide open for 3. Can't get it to go. Mel with the putback. It's good.
You could say he's the best offensive rebounder in the state. The cleanup man, Jamel Morris, right there again.
Ties it up. Comets have the ball. 9 seconds left. Evan Gunn, the senior, right there at the top of the key, goes right. Drives, kicks it in the corner. 3-point shot. It's good. That's the end of the first quarter. Wow. Jaden Pullen makes up for that turnover. They find him wide open in the corner. Right there with like 2 seconds left, knocks that down to take a 3-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Welcome to Eastside basketball, ladies and gentlemen.
What a fun, entertaining first quarter of basketball, and what a clutch shot by Jaden Pullen, junior guard. This team is very junior heavy. Like you mentioned, Evan Gunn is the only senior on the whole roster. So Coach Kojo, he really trusts the younger players on the team to come in and make an impact. Jaden Pullen, he had the travel right when he entered the game, and then they find him in the corner, knocks down that 3 to take the lead again.
Both really well-coached basketball teams. Mistakes don't happen often, but when they do, it's how you respond. And Jaden Pullen definitely did that with that 3-point shot there at the end. But, wow.
Both teams are shooting the 3 ball really well early on in this game.
Yep.
We see multiple 3s knocked down by both sides, which is made the score what it is.
You know, I mean, the only thing I could say different that Douglas really did on that last, maybe wait a few seconds extra before you.
Right.
You know, but Jamel Morris got the offensive board and a putback. He's done that several times throughout this game. The problem was there was 9 seconds left, and the Comets utilized it.
They did. Executed that perfectly, and they have the ball to start the second quarter.
Here we go, Evan Gunn with the Comets on the right side to Jaden Pullen. Back to Gunn. Ooh, it's almost stolen by Zio Pogba. They go to high post to Williamson. He puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Morris. Get used to that phrase. Jamel drives. High post. They need to. There's a slick spot right there by the free throw line.
Yeah, right there on the elbow.
Pogba, top of the key. Pogba is one of those versatile players that you can do, and we've got
a foul down in the paint. It's going to be Van Lanningham or Chris Harris. I don't know who it's on. I think it's going to be against Van Lanningham because all the players are staying at the Douglas side.
Okay, I was paying attention to the ball carrier. I wasn't paying attention to what was going down low underneath the basket.
Yeah, so it is a foul against Claseen SAS.
Are you sure? Because Chris Harris just got subbed out.
Well, if it was against Douglas, it would have been Claseen ball.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I stand corrected. All right, Douglas with the basketball. Monty House drives, moves, layup. Oh, can't get it to go. Rebounded Claseen SAS. They've got a 3-point lead in the basketball on the right side. Now go up top to Evan Gunn. Right side to Williamson, pulls up for 3, in and out. Loose ball. Somehow Morales gets it and puts it up. A floater gets it to go. Wow.
Yeah, right in the middle of the lane.
That's
Tough
a play.
Floater by Morales.
Trevor Snell on the right side. Hall was there to screen. Pogba gets it, dishes to Hall. Great ball movement. King goes up, gets it blocked. Claseen comes up with it again. Josiah Morales on the left side. They stop him, and there should be a jump ball. That is the call.
Yep,
right
it is
call.
A jump ball, no doubt about it. Good defense by Douglas there. You got to get a body on Morales. He's made some really difficult shots for Claseen SAS. 20-15, the Comets are on top of the Trojans, 6:37 left in the second. It is Trojans basketball. Monty's going to throw it in. King Hall goes to the bench.
Snell gets it on the inbounds. He'll start his progression up the floor. Jaden Pullen is in front of him, gets across half court right there by the logo, goes high post, down on the side. Down low to Chris Harris with a two-handed dunk.
Aggressive and nasty dunk by Big Chris right there.
Here's Evan Gunn, put up the floater, no good. He gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Williamson for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound to Monty House. Douglas down 1 possession, down 3 points. Monty House drives, spins, finds Morris underneath, gets it to go. 1 point difference. What a bucket. What a dish by Monty to Jamel.
Yeah, I don't know how he had the vision to get that to Jamel cutting on the baseline, but he did, and they get the 2 points to make it a 1-point game now.
Trojans stepping up their defense. They're in the face of Comets right now. Gets it knocked out of bounds. Whose ball? Whose ball?
Still waiting on the call. Haven't seen a signal. Did they call a foul? Yeah.
I think so.
It's going to be a foul on Douglas, so it stays with the Comets.
Yeah, Coach Alexander didn't like that. There's a 1 point difference. Comets of Claseen SAS 20, Douglas 19. Ooh, thought about taking the 3. Comets give it to Evan Gunn. He drives, pulls up off the glass. Just missed a block by Chris Harris Jr.
Yeah, Chris
but
was
now
a tad bit late there. Tough bucket by Gunn. And
Trojans with the ball down 3. Motti, jump step in the paint, gets the bucket.
I like that jump stop by Motti right into the teeth of that defense.
Claseen SAS does not think about it long. They get the ball and off they go. Already in their half-court set, finds Evan Gunn. Needs some help, gets doubled by Zio Pogba. Passes up to Williamson. Now they're going to take a 3-point shot by Van Lanningham. No good. Rebounded Trevor Snell.
Douglas will live with Van Lanningham taking threes.
Here's Trevor Snell driving. Jump steps. 3-point shot. No good. Who's coming up with it?
You know who's coming up with it.
Morris to Pogba. Underneath the Snell.
You know who's coming up with it. The cleanup man, Jamel Morris, keeps it alive, and they find Snell for 2.
Great ball movement. Douglas takes a 1-point lead, 23-22. This is a slugfest here at Lawrence Cudjoe Court. Comets with the basketball, trying to regain the lead again. Pulls up again for 3, no good. Rebounded Monty House. Now they're off to the races, 3-on-3. Trevor Snell needs help. He gets doubled. Monty, nope. Zio in the corner for 3, no good. Morris with the tip and rebound. Spins, puts up the shot, no good. He'll go to the line for 2. I say he tipped it. He had to tip it to himself to get the rebound. It was a smart play.
He's so good at getting rebounds and timing his jump and his arms, the length of his arms, and he's just so talented at getting the rebound. It's like watching art when Jamel Morris is getting rebounds on the block. He's fouled, 2 free throws for Mel. No good on the first.
Misses it. I'm tired of committing the broadcast jinx, so I just shut up whenever the free throws happen. 4 minutes, 6 seconds. Douglas with a 1-point lead. Can make it 2 if he hits his second free throw. He rocking the KDs tonight?
Yep, the KD 4s, the Texas Longhorns edition.
Yeah, it goes good with the orange. It's just a little bit burnt.
Yeah, just a little off, but it still flows.
Makes the free throw. Douglas up 2. Here's Comets with the basketball. Morales to Williamson on the left side. Williamson to Morales. Now on the other side. Now in the corner. Grinch moving the ball around the perimeter. Loses control.
It's going to be a backcourt violation. Morales couldn't catch the pass clean, and it's going to be a turnover. Douglas an opportunity to try to push that lead a little higher.
Xavier Bates back in the game. He's going to pass it to Hall. Hall hands it off to Bates. Bates on the right side right there by the wing. Golly, I was going to say step up and shoot that man. Morales was a little bit late to guarding him. Goes left to Motti. Motti penetrates. Bright pass to defender, left hand off the glass.
Motti is just doing a great job at getting downhill and beating the defense to the rim. Nice left-handed fillet by Motti House Jr.
Now, Coach Alexander, I want to watch this. I want to describe this meeting here in a second because Motti House should get credit for that bucket. But Coach Alexander came out and said, hey, great bucket, but you got to get back on defense. So always coaching, always trying to improve. All right, let's take a timeout. We got to say something from our sponsors.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
All right, we are back in Comets. Shoot the ball, miss it, rebounded Jamel Morris. 3 minutes, 13 seconds. Douglas with the ball up 4, reaching foul. I believe that's going to be on Claseen SAS.
Yeah, it is. They fouled Jamel Morris right there. 3:10 left in the second. And it's nobody's in the bonus, so Douglas will inbound it. Motti to throw it in. Gets it to King Hall. King Hall trying to create some space. He gets to Xavier. Xavier drives to the right, takes the top of the key. Drives, creates separation, dribbles back out. In trouble, picks up his dribble, gets to Jamel. Jamel to King Hall in the corner. King Hall looking for a teammate, drives to his left, gives it to Jamel Morris. Jamel goes down low to Big Chris.
Let's go, Chris off the glass. Is that an and one?
That is an and one, and that is called weight room, my friend. Big Chris making his presence felt in the paint.
You know, it's such a difficult decision, especially defensively, when you go up against somebody like Chris. If you're going to foul him, you better foul him hard enough so he doesn't make the shot. That I mean, he didn't even notice he was fouled.
And he gets the free throw to go, and one play is good by Big Chris. 29-22 is the score. Douglas on top.
What a turn here in the second quarter. They've got 7-point lead. Douglas has came on strong here and pulled away a little bit. Their largest lead of this game so far, up 29-22. Claseen SAS with the basketball. Moves. Oh, what a block by Chris. Right into the hands of Monty House. He's going to take it left hand. No good, but Jamel Morris tried to get the follow-up dunk. It's off the rim.
Oh, man. I thought he had it. It just bounces out on the layup. I mean, the alley-oop putback attempt, so no good. Claseen SAS
so
has the ball now.
They're trying to make something. Claseen hasn't scored in a while. Morales down the corner, three-point shot, no good. Fighting for the rebound. I guess there's some sort of an offensive foul on
it's a foul
Montauk.
Against Montauk, and so Douglas gets it. They got a chance to try to extend this run that they've been on.
2 minutes, 1 second left in the second quarter.
Coach Alexander's like, we got to finish this quarter strong. We got to play smart. He would love to take a double-digit lead going into halftime.
I guess
they reversed the call.
Yeah, they're reversing the call.
And now it's going to stay with Claseen SAS underneath their own goal. Montauk
Don't
will
see
throw
that
it
happen
in.
very often.
Yeah, a little confusion down there between the referees.
Okay.
So we'll see what inbound play the Comets come up with now.
They're going to inbound it now left side. See Dugas. Well, get it in down low to Montauk. Kicks it back out to Gunn. Back to Dugas. Back to Morales. Ooh, finds an opening. Completes the pass, but gets it stolen. Jamel Morris is there to pick it up. He goes left to Monty. Attacks the rim. Gets that one to go. What a play.
Monty is getting to the rim at will right now, and they can't stop him.
Golly, he's attacking the heck out of that thing.
And that's his best game, is being aggressive and attacking, getting downhill.
Claseen SAS, again, are 17-2, but they're down 9 right now to Douglas. Williamson puts up the shot, gets the bucket, and one. That is a big-time play for Claseen SAS, a play that they needed to get momentum back on their side.
Yeah, that is a play that is going to stop this run that Douglas just went on. It's Dalen Williamson. He's done a good job at getting to the charity stripe for the Comets. Been there quite a bit in this first half. It's 31-24. Douglas has the lead with 1:19 left before halftime.
He can cut it to 6 if he makes this free throw. Does. It works. 31-25. Douglas with the ball in a 6-point lead. Goes right to Monty. Monty spins, kicks it to Pogba. Pogba hop steps, turns, gives it back to Monty for 3. No good. Fighting for the rebound, it's Claseen SAS. Evan Gunn, he's off to the races, pushes it all the way to the rim, no good. They're going to call a late foul on Douglas.
Yeah, they're going to blow a late whistle on Monty House. From our viewpoint, it looked like a clean block, but the referee's there a lot closer than we are, blows the whistle. It's going to be a foul, and Evan Gunn, the lone senior for the Comets, is going to the free throw line.
I love the determination for both teams.
Yeah, Evan Gunn got down there in a hurry, trying to beat the defense to the rim.
Now, dare I say Evan Gunn has, like, Jalen Brunson vibes?
He kind of does.
You
and
know
he's
what I
wearing
mean?
Kobe Bryant's like Jalen Brunson wears as well. He's no good on the first free throw.
I'm just the way he kind of carries himself with the basketball, the way
I can
he
see
attacks it.
Just not a left-handed player, but I see the similarities.
Gunn misses a second one. Wow. Douglas with the ball under a minute. Pogba in the corner, gets trapped, needs help, dishes to Snell. Snell almost lost it, gives it to Bates on the left side on the wing. He moves right, top of the key at the logo, goes high post to Kingston Hall. Hall, down low. Well, got it stolen, tried to get it to Morris, and they were intercepted. There's a late foul on Zay Bates.
Yeah, it's a body check foul by Xavion Bates. He was just trying to stop that fast break by Claseen SAS.
Yeah, they're in the bonus.
That's the only downfall, stopping the fast break. But now you put Evan Gunn right back at the free throw line. He missed his last two.
Right.
38 seconds left. Douglas still has a lead, 31-25.
Looks like Chris Harris is about to check in. Nope, never mind, not Chris Harris. They're going to bring in Isaac Dorsey, who's a speedster.
Evan Gunn hits the first free throw.
He comes in for Morris. Look for Dorsey to be active in these 38 seconds.
Well, he's got fresh legs. He should be active.
Gunn shoots it, makes it. They went from down 9 to now down 4 in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, they really and truly did.
31-27. We're going to take a pause for station identification and for our sponsors.
Local high school sports. OKC Sports Radio. KINB 105.3 FM, HD1. Kingfisher, Oklahoma City. A Perry Broadcasting Station.
Oh, yeah. That's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you're waiting for. And you deserve it. Because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste. Big smiles. Big moments. All stacked between two buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers. Nothing else compares.
Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Here live in full effect, 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Trojans with the ball, up 4. Monty House on the left side, goes right to Snell. Snell at the logo, goes back to Pogba on the left side now. Pogba fakes right, still has his dribble, now goes right. Trevor Snell, 15 seconds left. Might be the guy to take the last shot. They want to take the last shot, they go to Morris. Stolen! Montag, fast break, and what a block by Zio Pogba to prevent the bucket. 4.5 left. Comets are going to get the basketball. What a defensive play. That is as good of a defensive play on a fast break as I've seen all year long.
Yeah, he timed it perfectly on that block. No contact, just a clean block. Heads-up play right there by Zio, but it does stay with Claseen SAS, and they got plenty of time. They got 4 seconds left to try to get a shot off before halftime.
And they can make it a one-possession game. They go to Van Lanningham. He's down low, moves, puts up the shot. Zio Pogba with the rebound. Wow.
Good defense right there to close out the half by Douglas. So it's 31-27. Douglas has the lead going into halftime, but it's been back and forth, run after run by both teams, exactly what we expected. No surprise at all that the score is this close going into the halftime.
Wow. I mean, reaction, Dylan. Reaction.
Well,
That's unbelievable.
It was just a fast-paced, aggressive game, good defense by both teams, and good shooting by both teams. But we have some special guests.
Yeah, we do.
From the Douglas Trojets. I will give one of them the mic now.
Proud of these young ladies. They are just a talented group. I want to interview you one at a time. Justice, come here and have a seat. We got to get you on camera. They would rather see you than me. One at a time, yeah. You, and you. Yep. Justice, wow. First of all, what's your reaction to this game? It's a pretty good game here tonight, right?
Yes, it's a very high-tense game. Nice atmosphere. And
I love it.
Our boys are able to pull it out to go into the third.
Yeah, now let's talk about the girls. Big victory the other day. I mean, my gosh, beating Millwood again. That's a program you know well. Coach Jackson has really risen that program. They're an up-and-coming team. I mean, to beat them, I think, for a second time is a great testament to your team and just how talented the Trojets are this year.
Yes.
Talk about that game. You played very well.
Thank you. Yes, Millwood is a very high-talented program coming up on the rise. But we just came out ready to play and showed them the Trojet basketball.
How you feel about the Trojets right now at this point of the season? I feel like once you get to February, the sense of urgency kind of rises, and you really kind of, step. You start playing at a different level, a higher level of basketball.
Really, we're just taking it all in, trying to get prepared for March and just be the best that we can be and making it to the end.
Yeah. What was kind of the difference the other day on Saturday? It was a battle, especially early on, and then eventually your Trojans, your basketball team, pulled away. What do you feel like was the reason behind that?
The reason, I feel like we had a lot of slip-ups and just really playing fast, like not playing our game of basketball, letting fouls get to us. But then once we got into the fourth quarter, we really pulled it together and did what we had to do.
Yeah, a lot of teammates that I really admire on your team. Everybody's got their role. Who's impressed you here recently?
Who's impressed me recently? Everybody's been impressing me. Who's really been impressing me is Dariana Gates. She's been stepping up and coming into that new starter spot and putting up big numbers, not only with points but with rebounds.
I think she's just taken tremendous strides this year, and it shows. And just been impressed with your body of work, and the best is yet to come, right, Justice?
Thank you. Yes. It only gets better from here.
That's right. All right, Justice Woods, ladies and gentlemen, one of the more talented guards here in the state of Oklahoma and one of the leaders of this Douglas Trojan basketball team. Let's bring in Dariana. Again, I've been really impressed by her growth from last year to this year. She has stepped up her game in a big way. Dariana, your teammates are bragging on you. I'm bragging on you. You had a fantastic game on Saturday. What's been the biggest difference for you as a basketball player this season?
I feel like the biggest difference this season is me maturing, more like getting more aggressive. I feel like I'm doing way more better than I have been doing since my freshman year. And thanks to Coach Woods for helping me get this way.
Well, it shows just your body language on the court. It looks like you're having fun out there. Am I pretty close about that? It just seems like you're looser. You're more in your zone. You're more confident about yourself, and your play is reflecting that. Is that a good a good assumption on my part?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Talk about what was the difference for your team in that Millwood game on Saturday. I was talking with Justice, kind of rough at the beginning, but your team really made the adjustments and were able to pull away.
In the beginning, we started slow, and they was just ready to play us. They really wanted it, but at the same time, we just can't come out slow when we already beat the team, and we just gotta beat them by more than what we had there.
Right. What's next for your Douglas Trojans? Who you got next?
High school.
Okay. This time of year, and this is something that you're familiar with, even though you're a junior now, right? Or are you sophomore?
Junior.
Okay. I feel like I've been watching you play for years, but you've been to the state tournament. You've been to the state championship game. You know how the mindset has to change when you get into February and March. Do you feel like your team is making the strides to get better and play your best game this time of year?
Yes, I feel like we're getting a lot better. All we have to do is just stay as a team. Don't do individual stuff. But if we work as a team, then yes, we'll definitely make it.
Can you describe a practice under Coach Letitia Woods? I came in and peeked my head in on a practice earlier. A lot of moving parts on the court. You had different players doing bear crawls. You had people doing drills and different things like that. What's it like at a typical practice under Coach Woods?
We work in every second, every minute. There's no stopping. We don't do the walking stuff because it's weak in our mind. So we just push ourselves and we just got to push through, and we're getting better the whole time.
Well, we've been impressed with your journey, your progression. and hopefully the best is yet to come for your Douglas Trojets. Are you prepared to, for what's next in that next step of the season? Do you feel like you're prepared for competition and trying to get to that next level and advance throughout the playoffs whenever the regular season is done, of course?
Yes, we're most definitely prepared. I know we are. We just got to believe in ourselves.
Well, and I feel like that's something that I kind of pick up on. The confidence that you have playing with your teammates. Which one of your teammates has kind of impressed you this year? Maybe it's more than one.
I would say Chloe. Last year she didn't play at all, but coming into this season, she has really showed improvement, and she's getting better.
I agree. I think Chloe Smith has made great strides this year for the Trojet basketball team. Introduce your next teammate.
Anisha Crawford.
I did not know she had a little bit of an elbow thing or an arm thing here.
Yeah, it's a shoulder thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're going to interview Anisha Crawford. Great job, Dariana. You're just an up-and-coming, recruit, athlete, basketball player. I admire your ability to play the game, how much you enjoy it, and I think you've done a tremendous job for this team this year. Look forward to what's next for you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Dariana Gates, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring in Anisha Crawford, who, again, is taking on a bigger role for this Douglas Trojet. Again, we're halftime here at the Douglas Trojans boys game. Close one, 31-27. We'll get the second half coming up. We got about 3 minutes until the second half of basketball. But I wanted to bring in Anisha Crawford, who your teammates have been very complimentary of your ability this year. I feel like you've made significant strides as a basketball player. Talk about what this year has been like for you.
This year, having my teammates around and the coaches, they just bring a spark in me to be better. I didn't really do much last year or the year before that. So seeing that my coaches and my teammates trust me, like they trust me all my years, but this year they put a spark in me definitely because I'm a senior. So it's like you got to step up, be a leader, and push your team just like they push me. So that's...
Well, I think you've done a remarkable job with that. There's an obvious difference in the way you play. Now, I am concerned about the sling in the arm. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
During the Harris Hall game, I popped my shoulder out.
Okay.
And according to the doctors, I, of course, popped it out, and I tore a ligament in my shoulder.
Okay.
But I'm also going to play on it, so hey, I got to be a dog.
I love it. I think that's a testament to your toughness and to your grit. Are you going to be available to play the next game, or is this something that you're going to, look at once you get closer to playoffs?
I'm going to sit and see how my shoulder heals for the next few games, and then we'll see how practice go. And
well, after that victory over Millwood, several other victories throughout this season, I mean, I'm just going to I'm impressed watching your team. I'm trying to decide what is the limit, what is the ceiling, what is this Trojet team capable of this year?
Oh, we're capable of a lot. It's no words to what we're going to do this year because we got a lot to show. We came close last year, but we will win it this year. So there's no words to how we going to play. You're going to see us win it this year, period. So I don't have nothing to say on that you're going to see us with a ring on our finger this year.
There, you heard it first. Senior Anisha Crawford. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Get that shoulder better so we can get you back out on the court and compete.
I will. Thank you.
Awesome. That is Anisha Crawford. Those, ladies and gentlemen, are the Douglas Trojet basketball team, one of the best girls basketball teams in Class 4A. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for talking with us. We want to put a spotlight on what they do as a basketball team. They're really talented, and they're capable of a lot, Dylan. This is a very strong Douglas Trojet basketball team. They believe they have a game tomorrow. But what's your take on the Trojets?
Well, they're a high-level basketball team. They have so many good players. They got a two-headed monster with Justice Woods and Nakiah Burge, and everybody kind of follows their lead. and they're well coached. Coach Woods expects a lot out of her players, and they perform for her at a high level. They run through a wall for her, and I expect them to make a real deep run come mid-March.
All right, adjustments here for either team.
Well, just got to clean up some things, try not to foul so much, and put guys at the free throw line for those freebies.
Both teams are playing well. It's just about execution.
Right.
I mean, a minimal mistake could cost you, though.
I think it comes down to what team goes on a run at the end of the game.
Golly, Morris with another offensive board.
That's just what he does. He's a machine down there when it comes to rebounding. And it's like nobody can box him out. He just takes the right angles and times it perfect. We'll see if he can make them pay from the charity stripe.
Oh, his rebounding ability reminds me a little bit of, I'm going to go 90s on you.
Let's hear it.
A little Dennis Rodman, but I think
the worm?
I think he shoots better. Almost stolen by Douglas. Yeah, I think Jamel Morris shoots the ball better. Here's Williamson.
I like the comparison.
In the paint, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded Monty House. Good defense and good rebound by Monty. In Kim House Jr. Backdoor cut to Pogba. Dishes to Morris. Kicks it up top to Snell. Back to Monty on the left side. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded Claseen. Never mind.
Look who it is once again. I feel like a broken record. Jamel Morris picks up the loose change and goes up again for two. And he gets a steal on the other end. He's pushing it up the court for Douglas.
Wow. Morris is active. Snell for three. No good. Pogba in the perfect position to Morris. Gets it blocked. Dishes to Harris. Goes up strong.
They're going to call a jump ball. It was Evan Gunn that came in there at the last second and got his hands on the ball as Big Chris was going up. So possession arrow is in favor of the Comets.
Right, that
Big
was
stop
a
for them.
hell of a play by
It
Evan
was.
Gunn. That is a hard play to make. Usually Chris Harris Jr. will take you with him all the way to the rim. Three-point shot by Comets. Got that one to go. Pearson Van Lanningham for three.
Yeah, Claseen SAS really needed something from Van Lanningham, and he knocks down a three from the wing.
Snell brings it up the floor, calling out the play, the communicator, directing traffic, trying to get on the same page.
Claseen SAS just in that 2-3 zone.
36-30. Douglas with the, almost with the alley-oop, but Pogba scores anyway, just different.
Mistimed the alley, but he goes up from the other side of the goal with the pump fake.
Here's Gunn with a jumper, got that one to fall.
Found his spot on the elbow. Nice pull-up midi by Evan Gunn.
Trojans with the ball, still a 6-point lead. 38-32, just under 6 minutes left. Snell on the right side. Gives it to Morris, high post. He spins, jumper. Got the shooter's roll and makes it. Now, Coach Alexander saying, get back down on defense.
Nice soft touch by Jamel on that mid-range jumper.
Great Evan Gunn on the wing, no good. Van Lanningham almost came up with the rebounded. Jamel just wanted it more.
He does so many things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Jamel Morris, man, he's a spectacular player for Douglas.
Monty House gives it right back to Snell. Will start their half-court set. They're up 8 now, 40-32. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third. Morris on the right side. Through the legs. Drives. Finds Harris underneath. Gets it blocked from the backside. Rebounded. Claseen SAS.
Thought Chris was going to dunk that. But
crosses over. Williamson now gives just a Montauk. Wide open for three. No good. Harris comes up with a monster rebound. Monty on the right side brings it up the floor. Drives. Attacks. Floater. No good.
I think it was tipped by Montauk, so it will stay Douglas basketball. I like Monty pushing the pace, making that defense get back.
Snell alley-oop to Pogba, no good. Somehow comes up with it, gives it back to Snell for three. No good. Rebounded Van Lanningham. Comets get the ball. Now they're off to the races. Drives in the corner. Montauk steps up. Jumper over Chris. No good. Rebounded Trevor Snell.
Great contest by Big Chris right there.
He's on the right side. He's going to let every teammate catch up. Now goes high post to Morris. Morris drives in the paint. puts up the shot, gets it to fall.
How in the world did he get that basketball off and gets it to fall in?
I don't know, but they have a 10-point lead. And Comets got the ball back, shot the three, no good, goes out of bounds. It'll be Douglas basketball.
Yep.
Wow.
Tipped out of bounds by Van Lanningham. So Douglas has gone on a run, and mostly because of the hustle plays by Jamel Morris. He's doing everything for this Coach Alexander Douglas basketball team.
Here's Trevor Snell. He's always talking, always communicating with his teammates. Goes to Monty House on the wing on the left side. Throwing his elbows, goes up top to Morris. Morris with the ball through the legs. Drives, spins, step back, needs help, goes to Chris. Chris back to Morris, now to Monty. Left side to Snell. Restart the half-court set. They've got a 10-point lead with 3.5 in the third. They're in no hurry. They just want to make sure they get the shot off, a high-percentage shot to put more points on the board. Morris on the right side, through the legs, drives, spins, fakes, finds Harris. Dunk!
Oh, my goodness. What a great find by Jamel, and what a great dunk by Big Chris.
Douglas is clicking. Deep three by Williamson. Rebounded Chris Harris Jr. Goes right to Mahdi. Mahdi throws it just out of bounds. Got a little bit ahead of himself.
Yeah, just wasn't on the same page with Trevor Snell. Tried to force it. Coach Alexander is not happy about that turnover. They had some good things going offensively. They're in a flow state. And that time it was just a uncharacteristic turnover.
Yeah.
But they have a 12-point lead.
It could be worse. Wow. Unbelievable. Our title sponsors for this Tuesday night basketball game: SSM Health, First Security Bank, Love Student of the Month, Oklahoma City Community College, and Super Prep. Covington Heat and Air, Just Burgers. We appreciate your support for Oklahoma City Public School Athletic Broadcasts. We're live here from Frederick A. Douglass High School on Lawrence Cudjoe Court. Great crowd, great energy, great basketball game. It's really just now really started to separate. We'll see how long this happens. Douglas is up 44-32. They've got a 12-point lead. But listen, the Claseen SAS Comets haven't been down like this in a while. This is a great opportunity for them, and Coach Kendall Cudjoe has prepared them for this. Eventually, you're going to run into a good team and be in a really difficult situation. So, Claseen SAS is going to come out here and compete.
Yeah, they're just getting hit with adversity right now.
They're 17-2 right now.
Right.
You know, so they haven't been down 12 like this in a while. Obviously, Douglas, coming off that loss from Millwood, had a high sense of urgency to come and play hard tonight, and they're in a good spot here in the third quarter. Claseen SAS, right side to Pullen. Now to Gunn. Gets knocked out of bounds by Morris. It will remain Claseen SAS basketball.
Just intense all around. Jamel Morris everywhere.
Back to Gunn. Now to Morales. Drives. Past Pogba. Kicks it in the baseline. Off the glass. No good. But Pogba goes and rips down the rebound. Wow, what a move. Monty House on the right side. Drives. Kicks it to Snell. Now up top to Hall for three. No good. Rebounded Williamson for Claseen SAS. Down 12 with the basketball. Williamson back to Gunn, top of the key. On the right side to Williamson. Right there on the wing. Trying to decide. Penetrates. He's in the paint. Loses. Gay fell for the fake. Here's Claseen SAS. Now on the left side to Williamson. Now in the corner. Monty's there to defend. They'll move it around the perimeter. Now back on the left side. Thought about taking the three. Morales will. Deep three. No good. Rebounded Morris. Passes to Monty House. Bringing it up the court, down center court. Now on the left side. Gets past his defender on the wing. Hands it off to Snell right there on the wing. Has to throw it back up top to Pogba. Right there at the logo. Middle court goes left, now right to Snell. trying to spread the floor so they can get some room to maneuver.
They might hold
a move.
it. I don't think they want to give Claseen SAS another possession.
24 seconds left. Trojans with the basketball up 46-34. Here in the third quarter. Mahdi trying to dribble it right. Now Hall back to Mahdi. No shot clock until next year. Morris gets it. Spins in the paint. Jumper, no good. Hall gets the putback. Kingston Hall. That's the end of the third quarter. They go up 14.
Play. Wow. King Hall, just right place, right time. That's exactly what Coach Alexander needs from that senior player. Kingston Hall just followed the miss by Jamel Morris. Great touch to tip that in and give his team a 14-point lead going into the fourth quarter.
Sorry, I turn your mic off there. I was trying to
say, what a run by Douglas in that third.
Absolutely. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter action here live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 PPBC TV, sponsored by SSM Health, First Security Bank, Love Student of the Month, Oklahoma City Community College, and Super Prep. We'll be right back.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Evan Gunn bringing it up the floor. Claseen SAS down 50. SAS down 50-34. A little bit of a shock here.
Yeah, they got punched in the mouth, and they got to do something.
Shock here.
Yeah, they got punched in the mouth, and they got to do something to answer in the fourth quarter.
Here's Jaden Pullen, gives it to fighting for a rebound. Of course, it's Jamel Morris. Fires it down court to Pogba underneath. Easy bucket.
Great vision by Mahdi to find number 5, Zio, for the nice finish.
And it's back on defense. Claseen SAS up top. Morales. Down low, almost stolen. It is stolen. Zio Pogba. Mahdi House got a finger on it, tapped it right to Pogba, and they give it back to Mahdi. Up 52-34. Mahdi drives, gets fouled on his way to the rim. Pogba. Mahdi House got a finger on it, tapped it right to Pogba, and they give it back to Mahdi. Up 52-34. Mahdi drives, gets fouled on his way to the rim. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Mahdi knows good and well that they cannot guard him when he is driving. He's putting them in a tough situation time and time again. They keep fouling him, or he gets the bucket. Now he's at the free throw line. 52-34, 6:47 left in the ball game. Mahdi House at the stripe for the Douglas Trojans.
See, I'm digging Mahdi's shoes there. The color scheme.
Nike GT Cut 1s. That's what he has on. The first free throw
Those
is
aren't
good.
Kobe's?
Nope, they are not.
Well, they go good with the orange and black.
Yeah, Zio's wearing the Kobe 8s.
All right. Trying to go up 20. Gets it. 54-34. Wow. Wow.
The difference has really been Claseen SAS just isn't making shots right now. It's been a while. It's been a drought.
Yep. Montag in the corner. Goes down low to Van Lanningham, but Morris is there battling. What a block by
Clean
Jamel
block.
Morris.
He didn't even jump. He just sees the ball, times it perfectly once again, which he's been doing all game, gets the block, but it does stay with the Comets here.
All right, Harris is coming back in, and Snell is coming out for a breather. They're going to try and match up with Van Lanningham a little bit better with Harris in there. Here's Pullen for 3, no good. Rebounded Snell, fell down, but his teammate was there, got right back up. Here's Mahdi House on the right side at the wing. drives, kicks it up top to now down low to Morris on the block, pulls up, gets that one to go.
Too small. Morris knew he had a mismatch with size and just pulls up over the smaller Morales.
22-point lead for the Trojans. Claseen SAS, I don't know if they know what hit them. Moving the ball around the perimeter, high post to Gunn, steps back, gives it to Van Lanningham for three, gets that one to fall. They needed it.
They really did need that. They've been trying to come back by hitting threes. They hadn't knocked down a three in a long time, it feels like. Van Lanningham gives them a little glimpse of life. They're still down big, 56-37, going into deep waters in this fourth quarter. It's been all Douglas Trojans in the second half. Claseen SAS just trying to come up with some sort of run here.
All right, we're going to take a 30-second timeout and come back and finish up here in the fourth quarter. OKC Sports Radio, PPBC TV. We'll be back.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jay Swick here. Now, I know a lot of you guys have hit me up wondering about Prize Picks, and I'm here to tell you it's the real deal. Utilize your sports knowledge and turn it into cash. Seriously, all you've got to do is download the Prize Picks app today and use my promo code SWIXPICKS. That's right, SWIXPICKS is the promo code. You get $50 in free lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't want to miss out on that. Flex your sports knowledge and get cash for it. Do it today. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
All right, we are back here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, PPBC TV. The gym is just kind of vibing tonight.
Yeah, they're feeling the old school slow jams being played right now.
All right, Douglas up 56-37 on a very talented Claseen SAS team. This has been a very interesting game. They're going to throw it full court, and it's stolen by Comets. Evan Gunn looks like a man possessed, goes all the way to the cup, gets it knocked out of bounds.
Oh, man, referee's going to call it out of bounds on Gunn. So right when they caught a break and they get a steal, it's just another turnover for the Comets.
All right, Chris Harris Jr. is back in the game in place of Zay Bates. Mahdi is going to inbound it. Looks like Claseen SAS is going to press full court.
Trying to get a steal. They got to play aggressive being down this big.
Do you just be conservative if you're here, Douglas?
You just play smart. Don't force anything. If you got a good open shot, take it.
Yeah. Hall down low to Harris. He gets double teamed back to Hall in the corner. They give it right back to Harris, but almost tipped into Pogba, so Douglas will keep possession. Monty House right there on the far right side by the sideline. He gets in the corner, dishes back to Morris. Morris just kind of dribbling, trying to decide how he's going to attack this defense. Spins in the paint, puts up the shot, right hand, it's good.
Unreal. There was multiple defenders in his way to get to the cup, but he gets by two for another layup.
Evan Gunn, kind of a forced three, but no good. Morris with the rebound.
Yep,
I have
Claseen
a feeling
SAS living and dying by the three right now, and they're dying.
Yeah,
they're down big.
I get it. Monty House with the ball, gets it tipped out of bounds. Coach Alexander constantly coaching. Morris is going to take a breather. Xavier Bates is back in the game. 4 minutes, 51 seconds left in the game. Trojans look like a different team than they were on Saturday.
They look like a different team in the second half alone.
Mahdi gives it to Pogba, hands it off to Chris, but loses control, and there is a foul on the floor. I did not see exactly.
I think they're going to call a push foul on Douglas, and that's exactly what it's going to be. So Claseen SAS gets the ball. They're still down by 21 points with only 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game.
Evan Gunn gets it right there at midcourt. Goes right to Pullen, back to Gunn. Gives it to Morales. Morales hit some big shots early in the first half, but it's been kind of quiet here in the second. Here's Montauk in the paint. Euro, no good. Gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for two.
Yep, if that's what you have to do. When the threes are not falling, You have to drive and get to the rim. Go for the high percentage shots. He gets fouled, so it's going to be Montag at the charity stripe. Try to cut into this Douglas lead.
You got to string together some stops here if you're
A lot of stops
SAS.
and a lot of buckets if
Right.
you're the Comets here. It's not impossible, but it's going to be tough.
Got that one to go. Quick subs here. You know, one thing that we kind of have picked up here, at least from my point of view, is not as much substituting as Claseen SAS. Of course, they've got a 10-man team. You know, Douglas has 15.
Right.
So
more depth.
There's a lot of substitute, a little bit fresher legs for Douglas here.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think they've used that to their advantage. Missed the second one. 20-point lead in the basketball. Snell to Pogba. Now to the right side to Marty House. Finds Hall, gets across half court. Hall lost control. It's stolen by Morales, and they're going to get the layup. Get to the 40-point, 18-point lead now. Douglas gets it to Marty. Marty gets fouled by Morales.
Yeah, he was being aggressive, trying to get that steal because he knows time is against his team right now. So
4 minutes exactly left in the fourth quarter.
neither team is in the bonus up to this point. So it'll just be a foul on the floor by Morales. Jamel Morris is going to come back in the game for the Trojans.
Yeah, second team foul for Claseen SAS, who are down 18. But Douglas has the basketball. Inbounds it to Xavion crosses over the right side. Having guns all over him, though. Really good, good on good. Now goes to Hall. Hall steps up, hands it back to Marty. Marty gets double teamed, goes to Hall. Hall to Morris on the right side. They're just playing keep away right now. Pogba was down there, and now stolen by Morales. Claseen SAS pulls up for three. No good, but a rebound by SAS. Gives it another three. Got that one to go.
Yeah, that's a big shot right there by Jaden Poulin. Morales misses his three-pointed shot.
Claseen SAS on a 5-point run right now. Actually, a 7-point run. They go alley-oop to Pogba on the backside. He gets the bucket.
Yeah, completely beat the defense down the court. Zay finds him for a oop.
3-point shot, Claseen SAS. Can't get the shooter's roll. It's board. Defensive rebound by Marty House. Quick timeout on the play. 3:04. Let's take 1-2. We'll be right back. OKC Sports Radio 105.3.
Oklahoma City, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.
We are back here live in full effect. 3 minutes, 4 seconds left in this Tuesday night basketball brawl. Not literally, there's no violence. It's straight competition, high-level competition. And the Douglas Trojans have been itching to get back out on the court to compete tonight after the loss they suffered last Saturday. And you can see a major difference. They've been efficient. They've been active, aggressive, smart. They've been diligent on defense. They're up 60-43 on Claseen SAS, who are 17-2. Pretty impressed with this Douglas Trojan team here tonight. They go down low to Morris. It gets stolen. They're kind of a frustration foul on Morris.
Yeah, well, the timing of the pass was a little off. Jamel had to try to change directions and come back for the pass, so he couldn't catch it clean and ends up committing a foul. Claseen SAS is going to just roll it on the court, not waste any seconds. Time is precious for them.
Yep, Claseen SAS is trying to put something together to cut the deficit as much as possible, as much as you can with about 2:40 left. Here's Van Lanningham with the jumper, no good. Rebounded Morris. Morris double team, finds Monty House, though. They go right to Zay. Xavion Bates through the legs, trying to get across half court, does. Monty on the left side. They're in conservative mode, but Monty's going to get in the paint. Now he needs to kick it out to Bates. Bates goes down in the corner to, well, Bates gets it back up top. Now right side to Pogba. He hands off to Morris on the block. Morris is going to creep on the outside and restart their half-court set. Claseen might have to force a foul here.
Yeah, Douglas knows that Claseen has to foul to try to come back in the game, so they're just going to keep dribbling around.
Here's House now to Pogba. Pogba, they're looking for the wide open shot. If there's a wide open shot, they would take it. Back up top to Morris, now to Bates on the left side. Just playing keep away, and there might be a reach-in foul on somebody here. There is a whistle on the floor.
It's just Douglas taking advantage of the last year of no shot clock in high school basketball for Oklahoma.
You support that, or?
I'm ready for a shot clock. I think the shot clock's going to make it a more fun game.
You think the fans will enjoy it?
Hey, they should. It's going to be more action. High-paced game. There's not going to be any more stall ball.
Yeah. Here's Hall. Kingston Hall goes back to Bates. Now right side to Snell. Back to Bates. Reach and foul by Evan Gunn. Looks like, yeah, they're not in the bonus yet. Not quite yet. Minute 25 left. Trojans with the ball up 60-43. It's like these Trojans have been dreaming about basketball for the past 3 days and haven't slept.
Wanted to get back in the win column.
Yeah, and they've done that. There's Van Lanningham. Goes up for the dunk, the interception and the dunk, and a quick timeout.
Coach Cudjoe calls that timeout. Really risky pass to throw it all the way down the other end of the court, right towards the Claseen goal. Van Lanningham gets the steal and the 2 points to make it a 15-point game.
Well, let me say that Van Lanningham is he's a basketball player in a basketball body. Sometimes I think I noticed him tonight where he'll bait when he's on defense, he'll create some separation, and the opposing team will, like Douglas, they'll think that the guy was open, so they'll dish it to him, and then Van Lanningham will come in there and steal it.
Yeah,
because he's so long and quick, and he was able to make a play there.
No doubt. He's using that link to his advantage. Talented player.
I think
only a junior.
I think Coach Cudjoe is really going to get his team to learn from this experience tonight. I think they'll be a better team going forward.
Oh, no doubt about it. And it's probably going to be a loss, but it's to a team that's not in the same class.
Right. Well, and if that's the case, and it certainly looks to be, only third loss of the season that you've suffered, and it's, early February. So, you've done some good things, but it's hard to learn if you don't make mistakes. Here's Jamel Morris to Snell. Snell to Hall. Hall on the right side, past half court. There is a reach and foul on Van Lanningham. So that will be a bonus foul. They're in the bonus now, and senior Kingston Hall will go to the free throw line, and really proud of this young man. Comes from a great family.
No doubt, and he's definitely took on the role of being a senior leader for this Trojans team. Misses his first free throw.
Yeah,
nobody's more mad than King Hall is mad at himself for missing that shot.
He's his own worst critic. There's no question about that. Have his second free throw. Just needed to find that rim real quick. Claseen SAS with the basketball down 16, 61-45 on the ball left side. They go right to Gunn. Gunn to Van Lanningham. Pulls up for a deep three, no good. Loose ball gets knocked out of bounds off the fingertips of Trevor Snell. Will remain Claseen SAS basketball with 1:03 left.
So they just got to jack up any three that they get. They want a good look, so they got to take quick 3 shots if they want to try to do the impossible here. Senior Gunn's going to have the ball. He drives to the rim, right past Motti for a left-handed layup. So that makes it 61-47 with 58 seconds left. Little life right there for the Comets, but just not much time. They're going to have to get quite a few turnovers and turn it into points if they want any shot.
Here at the end of the game, Dylan, it's your responsibility to name the Super Prep player of the game. Super Prep is the premier sports outlet featuring the very best in the high school and college student athletes in the state, city, and nation. Super Prep can be found on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and on social media, Super Prep OK. Give them a follow. Stay in the know of what's going on in Oklahoma regarding sports and athletes and programs and who's competing for what, who's had a big game, who's had an awesome performance, who's got a scholarship commitment, an offer, all of the above. They do a great job of covering athletics. Hall gets it on the inbounds, hands off to Motti, a quick foul by Montauk. Claseen SAS, that's going to put Douglas at the free throw line.
Yeah, when you start playing the free throw game, it just feels like time goes by so slow, and the game lasts a lot longer. But it's going to be Motti House at the stripe.
That's kind of when you're down by
That's what you have to do.
It's the only option.
Right.
Now, the chances of it working, not great. But if you get a team that doesn't shoot free throws, we've seen comebacks like this before. And this is something that Douglas has really tried to improve on this season. And Motti House, very dependable player, obviously.
No doubt.
Takes
Had a
care
heck
of that
of a night
first
tonight.
free throw.
Really good game for the junior of Douglas, Motti House. Going to dry his hands off.
Yeah, Coach Alexander's like, come on, man, just shoot the ball. Shoot the ball.
That's hilarious.
Hey, but Monty's diligent. He wants he wants to knock this down and does.
Paid off, getting his hands dry. Makes the second free throw.
Claseen SAS, 52 seconds left. Pulls up for 3, no good. Loose ball, fighting for a rebound. Who's it coming up with? It's jump ball. Who's the possession arrow going to?
Looks like the Trojans, according to the referee. Yep, it's going to be Trojans basketball. So they'll get the ball. Desperation 3 was way too strong by Morales.
Motti House inbounds to King Hall. He gets quickly fouled by
Malachi Ross.
Yep. So
comes in and gets on the stat sheet real quick with the 1 foul.
King Hall will have to go and prove it at the free throw line. Good crowd, good energy, a lot of learning experiences, a lot of different takeaways that we can take, I think, for both teams in this game to make themselves better going forward. We know Douglas had some things that they wanted to do differently tonight in terms of aggressiveness, in terms of staying out of foul trouble, execution, rebounding, block shots, all of that. We've seen a massive improvement. Claseen SAS, I think, really kind of, I don't want to, get on them too hard, but they've been feeling themselves. They've been playing really good basketball. And they've kind of learned some things about themselves that they need to tighten up on. And, you're going to be playing some good basketball against good basketball teams for the rest of the season. So you need to tighten up on some of your execution, some of your rebounding, 3-point shooting.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So it looks like Douglas is going to end up winning this game. There's 7 seconds left. They're just going to let the clock run out. So the Trojans are victorious once again at home versus Claseen SAS. 65-49 is the final score here in the heart of Eastside, Oklahoma City.
Dylan, who's our Super Prep player of the game?
It is the cleanup man himself, Mr. Hustle, number 13, Jamel Morris. The senior for Douglas was all over the place, doing every single thing that Coach Alexander asks of him, and he's a big reason that they won this game tonight.
Couple things. Again, big credit to Kendall Cudjoe. It's, he's not just any other coach. He's a former Douglas Trojan. He's an alum. He's a former coach. He's won a state championship as a player and as a coach. It's good to have him back. We want to give him as much credit as possible. His team did not play their best tonight, but I think that they're going to use tonight and become a better team going forward. I really believe that. Coach Kendall Cudjoe is an amazing coach. Now for the Douglas Trojans, to see them play at the level that they did tonight, I think is a testament to their growth over the past several days. The sense of urgency was high going into it. You just felt it like they were ready for battle. And the score and the outcome showcased that. 65-49 on one of the top teams in Class 5A. That was a big win.
Yeah, it was a big win. They did a good job at flushing that loss to Millwood and moving on to the next game, the next opponent. And they used it as motivation, and they came out and played a very, very good, smart basketball game. Got the win.
Want to thank everybody that's been a part of our broadcast. D. Wright is back at the station. I thank that guy so much for everything he does for OKC Sports Radio. Brendan, our producer, who has just been clutch in crunch time. He's done an amazing job today. Taz has done a really good job with the camera. We want to thank everybody at PPBC TV for doing what they do, OKC Sports Radio, but our sponsors, SSM Health, First Security Bank, Love Student of the Month, Oklahoma City Community College, and Super Prep, as well as Covington Heat and Air and Just Burgers. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. Keep it locked to OKC Sports Radio 105.3. I'll be back on the air tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Talk more about this game and what's next for high school basketball in the state of Oklahoma. Have a great night.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
City, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jay Swick here. Now, I know a lot of you guys have hit me up wondering about Prize Picks, and I'm here to tell you it's the real deal. Utilize your sports knowledge and turn it into cash. Seriously, all you've got to do is download the Prize Picks app today and use my promo code SWIXPICKS. That's right, SWIXPICKS is the promo code. You get $50 in free lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't want to miss out on that. Flex your sports knowledge and get cash for it. Do it today. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Oh, yeah. That's That's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you're waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments. All stacked between two buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers, nothing else compares.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
This broadcast is the exclusive property of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or any other